Our project over the summer was about risk perceptions and place attachments. So over the summer we developed a survey instrument to survey communities specifically in Wilmington, North Carolina and Elizabeth City, North Carolina, and basically ask them how they feel about sea level rise specifically, but also other questions about place attachment, social attitudes, and generally how they perceive risks in the future related to climate change.
We went over about 8 to 10 sites, but go ahead and
This
start.
summer, we focused specifically on Wilmington and also Elizabeth City, who are currently listed as being chronically inundated.
So what I want you guys to actually do is go through each one of the surveys. The good thing is I did it for my dissertation, and so this time it was just a matter of just copying and then adding and then just adjusting the cities and then also including extra questions.
I originally did this same exact research project in Maryland, and so I looked at Chesapeake Bay. When I got the opportunity for DHS to fund this research project, the Coastal Resilience Center is actually located in North Carolina, and so that's why we decided to do coastal communities here.
People pick neutral. I mean, it's a Likert scale.
This was vastly different because we did all 300 survey questionnaires just on the ground, just asking people all in different places, the YMCA, the library, riverfronts, river walks, we were everywhere.
It was a nice snow weather, and we actually got to have.
I got involved with this research program through my professor, Dr. Dovil. She presented me with this opportunity as one of her students in research methods, and it was a great opportunity to apply what I learned in the classroom into the field. And for 10 weeks, being able to complete an entire research program is invaluable.
It'll be interesting as we move forward with government policy about how we...
North Carolina State University is North Carolina's land grant institution. Of course, it has cooperative extension with the Sea Grant program, which is strictly in the coast, and it's part of a national network of Sea Grant programs. And we focus on all different types of topics that affect coastal communities and coastal resources.
About that city. So what about the
I think both of those cities kind of highlighted the fact that our policies as it relates to climate change in the future are not going to be one size fits all. So for Wilmington, there were strong place attachments. Some of the people in those communities were more willing to relocate, whereas with Elizabeth City, you could argue that they had a stronger place attachment, and yet they were less willing to relocate as it relates to sea level rise in the future.
Disasters in particular, we oftentimes think of them as natural disasters, and so there's an element of science that oftentimes are able to be brought to bear to help understand, make communities a little bit more resilient. The part that oftentimes we forget is the human element, social science, understanding people's motivations, and so one of the interesting things I think from this project is that Dr. Dovil and her team are able to go to a couple of places that have had some challenges with natural hazards in the past, and try to kind of get a barometer of people's opinions.
We found that both Wilmington and Elizabeth City had some strong attachments, and that could be due to a number of residents, like more than half of our sample being owners of their homes. As far as risk perceptions, the top 3 were centered on property damage from hurricanes, also property insurance increasing. We also saw that they were also concerned about coastal flooding, river flooding, coastal erosion, as well as beach loss.
In Elizabeth City, a lot of the residents did not think that extreme temperature patterns, climate change, and sea level rise was something that they should be concerned about as a risk. So I think it's just making sure that they're aware that this is something that's ongoing, and that this will affect you through the literature that states within the next 50 to 100 years that a lot of coast communities will be underwater.
Definitely interested in doing follow-up. My whole goal is to do a number of coastal communities within the United States and then write a book about the risk perceptions, place attachments.
This experience made me realize how much I really appreciate applied research and applied sociology, but also allowed me to kind of find a new field, which would be city and regional planning. So I'm definitely going to pursue that route as it relates to urban communities, but also environmental planning and land use planning, just kind of incorporating all of those things, but also still recognizing that some of these underrepresented communities still need to be acknowledged, and we also need to take into account people's voices consistently as we create policy and plan for the future.
This program has totally changed my outlook on my professional life and what I want to do in my career path. Just being here and getting to talk to different people. Every time I had a conversation with somebody with a PhD or just somebody that's just friendly, just wants to help you out, this just builds your confidence and your knowledge about the field, and you get to make those connections. So it's a great opportunity.